Hello everyone, my name is Ketuktula Zulu. I'm the man behind the content. The purpose of this channel is to make everyone that is in high school from grade 10, grade 11 and grade 12 to grow under mathematics. That is my purpose, to make everyone pass this subject. So now I would like to thank everyone who's been supporting me on this channel. Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. And another thing, please, if you are watching this video, you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment, tell me what I need to improve on, tell me what you want on this content. I really want to engage with you. Thank you so much, God, for supporting. Cheers. Umakeba lo, ngithanda kakhulu.
Sanibonani, Umakeba, bafethu. Now we are preparing for our exams that are coming now in June. So I'll be doing some revision with you, doing the paper 1 revision, the question 1 revision, where is the first question where you need to take your marks. Question 1 that we have here, I hope you see it properly, but if you don't, I'm gonna write the question for you. Question 1, which is 1.1, where 1.1.1 is saying x into x minus 5 is equal to 0. The question is saying solve for x. The first thing that you can do here, now this thing is equal to x is equal to 0. So if equal to 0, there is no need of you timesing by opening the bracket, because at the end of the day you will have to factorize this thing by taking a common factor of this x. So by here it's just x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 5. Simple is like this. 2 marks, 1 mark for this, 1 mark for this, then you are done. And 1.2, it's saying 4x squared minus 5x is equal to 3, and it's also saying give an answer correctly 2 into 2 decimal places. For this one, it shows that you can't factorize it. You have to use a quadratic formula to do this. So it's just 4x squared minus 5x. We take this 3 to the other side, then it's minus 3 is equal to 0. We write our equation, which is a Pythagoras equation. The equation not Pythagoras. Minus, substitute, minus 5 plus or minus 5, our 4, our minus 4, our 8, 4, and our 6 minus 3 all over 2, our 8, 4. Then x is equal to, find your calculator, minus 4 minus 5 plus or minus. Learn how to punch your calculator, guys. It's very important for a for decimal places. I take into 2 decimal places, so it's 1,69, or change the sign here, minus, then x is equal to negative 0,44. Then we are done. Going to the second one, which is 1.1.3. it's saying 2 into x, 3x plus 1, it's less than 0. Now we have this 2 raised to x and then 3x plus 1. But now this 2 into x to be defined, or to this 2 to x into be defined, our x value must be all real numbers. But to be all real numbers, if you can put any real number here, this function or this variable will always be greater than ubani 0. Let's just make an example. If you're saying 2 into x, if you can put any value of x, now let's just put 5. This is equal to 32, which is greater than 0. Let me just put any negative value here. Let me just put negative 6, which is 1 over 64. This is greater than 0. So 2 into x will always be greater than 0 for all element of values of x, element of real numbers. If you can put any value of x here, it will always be what? This thing will always be positive, so it will be always greater than what? Than 0. Then let's come to this one now, where 3 into x plus 1 twice is less than 0. Then you take this one to the other side, where it's 3x minus 1. Then you divide by 3. You just divide by 3. Then x will be less than what? Negative 1 over 3. Then you are done with this one. Okay, now we'll be looking to 1.1.4 when they're saying x minus 3x 1 over 2 is equal to 4. Solving for x for this one. There are many ways of solving for x here, but what I will show here is another way. The approach that I can make here, I can ask myself, because now our exponent is a fraction, ask myself, if this exponent of here is 1 over 2, then the exponent of this one, which is 1, which exponent is greater than 1 and 1 over 2? Yipi exponent enkulu there. And the exponent that is greater is this one. If I can separate this one 2 times, in order, if I can say x into 1 over 2 times x into 1 over 2, this times this is just x into 1, because I'm gonna x this exponent, which is gonna make this thing bunny 1. 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 is just 1. So if I can separate this thing by saying 1 over 2 times 1 over 2 minus this 3 into 1 over 2, take this to the other side, equal to 0. Now we have this x1 over 2, x1 over 2, x1 over 2. Then we can let this x1 over 2 is equal to k. Then we have k times k minus 3k minus 4 is equal to 0. And this k is just k squared minus 3k minus 4 is equal to 0. Then from here you can factorize, or you can do the quadratic formula. It's up to you which one can you use, but let's just factorize here. K is equal to 0. The factors, it's 4 and 1. This, if I have times this, and this has to give me negative, so I'm just gonna make this one positive and negative. This and this give me this, but when I'm saying minus 4 plus 1 gives me negative, 3. So k is equal to 4 or k is equal to -1. But k ubani, k states x into 1 over 2 is equal to 4. Then x here just 1 over 2 is equal to -1. There's nothing we can do on this one. There's nothing we can simplify here. So here just no solution. But on this other side, we can still change this 4 by saying 2 into 2, which makes 4. Then after that we times by what? The reciprocal, where we say this times 2 over 1, then this times 2 over 1, where x is equal to 2 into 2 is just 4, then x is equal to 16. Then we are done. And then continue now doing the 1.2, which is one of the questions that are higher order questions, not necessarily higher order questions, but the questions where we don't learn them at school. There's no teacher or anyone who teaches you how to solve this question. Just a matter of you applying the knowledge that you have, that they taught you. 2026. Here we have square root of 9 raised to 28, and then over 9 square root of 2030 minus 9 2016, then square root. Here there's nothing you can do here, but there's something that you can do here in the denominator. If you see this and this, you can try to at least take a common factor on these two things. What is a common factor? Most of the time when we are taking a common factor, I'm just going to make an example here. When we have x cubed minus x fifth, the common factor is always the lowest number, or inambe ncane. Just when you're taking common factor here, it's gonna be x into 3 and then 1 minus x into 2, because when you times this and this, has to give you this. When you times this and this, has to give you this. So here, just gonna bring this one back here. 9 into 20, 28. And then when you're taking a common factor here, taking a root of, this is our lowest exponent, so it's gonna be 9 into 20, 26 bracket. Then now when at 2026, then we have 2030 here. What is that is going to be left here? 2030 minus 2026 is just what? 4. So we have a square root of 9 into 4, because when you times this and this, has to give you this, and minus what? 1, because we have taken everything that is here. Then we're gonna left it 1. Why 1? Because when you times this and this, has to give you this one. Then from here, this and this, just gonna apply what? The rules of exponent. We have root of 9 2028 minus 2026. It's like x 2028 into x 2026. X, take this to the other side, it's just going to be 2028 minus 26, then x just going to be 4 or 2. 2028 minus 2026 kusala bani 2, so it's just going to be 9 into 2 all over this. What is 9 root 4? 9 root of 9 4, which is going to be what? 81 minus 1. Then here this root is just 9, 2 into 1 over 2. 81 minus 1 is just 80. Then this cancels this, is just 9 over 80. I hope I managed to explain it well. I hope you did understand it. Okay guys, our last question that we are going to do is simultaneous equation, where we have this equation 1 and this equation 2. So the first thing that we can do here, try to simplify this one where we have 2 into 3x plus 1 and 4 into y. So we can just say 2 into 3x plus 1 is equal to 2 into 2y, and then we can have 3x plus 1 is equal to 2y, same base, we grab the exponent, and then from here we can just make x or y subject of the formula depending which one do you choose. But as for me, since we have 2y here, we're just going to divide by 2, and then this have this, then we can just say 3 over 2x plus 1 over 2. Then this is going to be my equation number 3. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Then from this we can just say we substitute equation number 3 into equation number 2. Substitute this one into this one. Equation number 2, it's x into 2 plus 2y is equal to 29. So la kune x, where we have y, we put this x squared plus 2, where we have y, we put this, so it goes 3 over 2x plus 1 over 2 is equal to 29. And then we have x squared plus this times this is just 3x, this times this is just plus 1. Take 29 to the other side, minus 29 is equal to 0. So we have x squared plus 3x. 1 minus 29 is just minus 28 is equal to 0. Factorizing these two, if you don't know how to factorize, guys, please use quadratic formula. Just use quadratic formula. The factors here is just 7 and 4, and then this is minus, this is positive, this times this give you this. When you're saying 7 minus 4 is going to give you positive 3. So we have x is equal to negative 7, or x is equal to 4. Then from here you just substitute, take this, substitute it here where you are looking for y. We are not done after solving for x. Negative 7 plus 1 over 2, also on this side 3 over 2, putting 4 plus 1 over 2, then y is equal to, when it's negative 7 is equal to 10, where it's 4 is equal to 15 over 2. And we are done, guys. I hope you did enjoy the lesson. It's very important, just doing a revision. Make sure you get these questions right. It's very important that question 1 you take all of those marks, at least take the maximum of them, plus or minus. This one was equal to 24, all of it, at least get 20 of it if it's possible. Thank you so much, guys.